Alright, I think we're mostly set up here. Oh, no, wait. Let me send out the tweet. Let's see. Hoping this will be the last Bloodborne hashtag stream. That's good. Shall we? There we go. Okay. Perfect. Alright. Alright, howdy Xavier. Good to see you in the chat. Now, let's for one, before we hop over to the character, I want to be on for the... Wait. Am I crazy? No, yeah, I am crazy. Okay, let's go. Wow, Loki will never do Bloodborne again. Yeah. That's definitely not gonna happen. But it might be the last one for a while, for sure. Because now I'm just at the nitpicky phase where I'm like, you know, maybe I could get a better shot of this. Or, you know, maybe I could do this a little better. Alright. I still can't believe what we found on these guys before. I can't believe they shoot corpses at you. Crazy. I may as well kill you all. And I guess the corpses turn into spears. Let me see. It seems to turn into spears after a certain point. Corpse! Wow, keep shooting. Woo! Yeah, I remember they looked like spears. Yeah, they become spears at... So there's two theories that we have right now. One, it's a variation of shots, i.e. sometimes they'll shoot out, like, weird black stuff spears, or sometimes they'll just shoot out corpses. The other thing is that the corpses is like a bullet that'll turn into the spear as it continues firing a distance. But, again, I would really like Zuli to take a look at it and see which one it is. Unfortunately, as Zuli says, it's a pain in the ass to deal with all this crap, so... Oh, cool, the lantern disappears after a certain distance. Isn't that nice, you know? Uh-huh. I don't think the fog's gonna disappear up there, right? Yeah, it pretty much always stays. I don't want to create a group. Alright, because the current shots I have look really dark. Yeah. Yeah, they just look really, really, really dark. And I don't think I need them to be that dark. If I'm being perfectly honest. I can get away with being a little closer, I think. I was originally about here-ish with the shot. Right? Something like this was originally what I had. Alright. That should do it. Okay. So I think that's gonna cover... Oh, no, I also wanted new shot, that's right. That's right. Also, while we're here, let's turn on Godfather. There we go. Hey, Pastor. A lot of people are going back to Bloodborne independently, not that I'm complaining. I do not blame them. Now that Elden Ring is probably out of their system, they want to go back to the best of FromSoft RPGs, clearly. Lantern decides it wants to no longer exist. You know, that's a mood, you know? Nah, that FOV is way too small. We want wider. Let's see. I honestly like the new focus on BB content. I agree. The problem is I'm not happy with any of these angles. I feel like I'm too, like, zoomed in on the staircase, right? Yeah, that might work. I just gotta, yeah, I just gotta deal with the grass. Okay. Okay, come on, grass. Alright, I'm gonna leave this BRB right now because it looks like the dog's having trouble. 1 second. Okay, I'm back. I think I pulled a muscle, chat. Doing that for the dog, I think I hurt myself. Ow. Ah! I don't have Elden Ring out of my system. The expansion revitalized it for me. Well, I got the expansion, simmered it down for me. I'm satisfied. Alright, so, back to what we were actually doing. Welcome back. My back doesn't feel welcome, that's for sure. Oh, you know what? I actually might really like that. Damn, I actually really might like this angle. Can we recreate that over here? I don't know. It doesn't look right. I think having it face this way just doesn't work, you know? Maybe. I don't know. I have to think this one through. Lanterns can't function. Oh, no, they can. Maybe? I might be able to cheat that. Alright. No, damn. Maybe. Honestly, this might be a better alternative than what I was going for originally with the gate and stuff. Let me check. Right, so this was the original thing I went for with the book. So this is the one outside the plaza. Which, fine, fair enough, right? Yeah, I think I really like this shot. This one does something for me. I like it. And this, I think I like this more than this. Yeah, I think this works better. And then I have this to focus on the entrance, right? Yeah, something like this. Maybe I can even get away with... Ah, see, the problem is those stupid vines are getting in the way of the shot there. See, the vine isn't so bad here with just the one strand, right? You can see it kind of in the background thing, so it's not that distracting. The grass is grassing. It's always grassing. There's a lot of light from this angle. Yeah, it's what we gotta work with, right? It's not... We can't... Unfortunately, again, if we had, like, BB on PC... and we had a camera mod that could let us, and some sort of, you know, other mod that lets us, like, warp anywhere in the game, regardless of what point in the game we're at, so we could have, like, I don't know, daytime Yahar Ghul for this. That'd be pretty neat. I'm just saying. But nope. That's not what we got. What if I go up here? Let's see. No. I was thinking there might be a bridge I could cross here, but no, it's not here. It's back here. And that's not very useful. Like, I'm not gonna get any decent shots out of that. I don't think so. Yeah. Yeah. Like, this is the best I could hope for. Yeah. Those stupid moon rays. So we have to kind of like accept that there's this filter caused by those rays. Hey, Rattle Boyal! Bought your book, Loki. May I ask what the video game photos you take are for? I use those for my website. If you check the link in the description, you'll find a link to it. I have all my different articles and blog posts that I do on this type of stuff. Analyzing the game, much like with my book. And, yeah, I try to post reference images for you guys, so that way you guys can kind of, have something in case, like, you're feeling fuzzy, right? Like, you don't remember exactly, you know, you haven't played the game in, like, a decade or so, right? And you're like, oh, what was that? Yeah, I kind of remember that, but did it really look like that, right? So I can just give you the reference image so you guys can, like, just see it in-game, you know, exactly what I'm talking about, right? And sometimes, it can even showcase stuff that you wouldn't have even known about unless I was highlighting to you, right? Because it's super hard, it's super rare, right? Maybe you didn't see a video by Zuli or whoever who maybe covered it before, right? So, I like doing that type of stuff. Okay, is there maybe... Alright. Last shot. I don't like the moon rays. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed my book, though. I don't know which one it is, whether it's Demonic Archive or Abyssal Archive, but whichever one it is, I'm hoping it's going to be a good read. I'm pretty confident it will, but you never know. Let's see. Oh, come on! Nah, this is all just the same stuff we already got. Like I said, the important thing for me was getting... Again, I would like something kind of like this, where my character is, but, you know, without my character here. Right? This is just a little too close for comfort. It feels claustrophobic to me. Right? So if we could just get, like, something like this, just remove my character from this shot, right? It'd be great. Unfortunately, we don't have that magic on us. I love Loki lore. Thanks, just curious. I caught your streams down then and always wanted to ask. No problem, yeah. But yeah, if you go to the website, that's what I do all these shots for. So that way, whenever I come out with a thesis or something, or whenever I'm even thinking of editing one or updating one or whatever, I can make sure I get the latest and greatest in terms of screenshots. And I'll be honest, I'm very happy with these specific screens in Bloodborne. I was surprised how nice it is to have 4K, because sometimes I can cheat out shots I otherwise wouldn't be able to get away with. Purely because of the, I don't know, what would you call it? What do you call it? The bits size or something? It's not like JPEG size or something like that, but okay, everything else is fine. Let's get out of here. Actually, no. What do I care? That's for future Loki to worry about. Dude. God, I love Godfather so much. Alright. I think that, yeah, it has to be BB on PC one. Don't worry, guys, at the next Tokyo Game Show, they're gonna totally announce Bloodborne on PC. Trust the plan. What's my status? Level 46. I think I'm strong enough to handle, Amelia Bedelia, right? Alright, yeah. No worries here. Alright, we want to go to Forbidden Woods. I'm trying to think, is there anything I want from, like, Hemwick? I guess we can go run over quickly and check. I think I'm pretty good on... Oh yeah, I forgot about TGS, yeah. It's like, yeah, don't worry, guys. Next game show it'll be, don't worry, it'll be like, they don't have E3 or anything anymore, unfortunately. But, you know, like, next Sony conference or whatever it is, right? Like, they're gonna totally connect us with Bloodborne, PC version, remastered. Though honestly, if it's anything like the Dark Souls remastered, I kind of hope they don't. Ow. I'm trying to look around, buddy! See if there's anything I really want to grab. Hey, I got a bad back right now. Woo! Don't slash through my sternum. Extra range did not help me there. That did not work. That did not go as planned. I was hoping to knock him down. Really? Blood vials, more blood vials. This is one of those moments where I'm like, you know what? The fact this is a 4K screenshot, I might be able to get away with stuff I otherwise couldn't. Alright, let's see how close I can get without these guys, you know, getting peeved. There we go. Woo. Woo. All right. Let's see if I can get away with this. Like I said, we'll do a quick run toward Hemwick. Just because, again, I don't know when's the next time I'm gonna have a character get all the way over here just for Hemwick. Pretty happy with all my Hemwick shots, if I recall correctly. I'm honestly curious if they're gonna reveal Kaino Kiseki stuff at TGS. I mean, they could. I think Kiseki's got an even larger in Japan and definitely in the West. So I think it's possible. It just sort of, I guess, depends on how much they factor in that Western importance. This is gonna be tough. Look at the beautiful mountain vista across the ocean, Jet. I'm just confused why Sony has done nothing for Bloodborne. I wonder the same thing. The only thing I can think of is that the Demon Souls remake actually did really badly as far as profit is concerned. And so they're trying to just kind of quietly, like, sort of take down any of their FromSoft remake projects. and I'm not saying that's like, oh no, it's because of the art style or whatever. Demon Souls remake sold bad. It's like, no. I think just in general, because of the general interest for Demon Souls remake and when it was released and all that stuff, it was a good idea to release it, to release a From Software title that people would be waiting for, while to tide them over while they wait for Elden Ring. I think Demon Souls was not the best choice. I think if it was Dark Souls 1, it would have been a very different story. But obviously Sony has no control over that, right? I think if the Demon Souls remake came out after Elden Ring, it would have done a lot better. Either way, we don't know what the sales numbers are, so... I think the fact that we haven't heard that might speak for itself, and that's why BB on PC or remake or remaster, any of that hasn't been considered. Again, I've said it before, I think that's a dumb reason not to do it, but I understand that as probably the most rational reason for all the money people. Demon Souls is really not that popular. Yeah, of course, right? Like, it's all, like, Demon Souls has always been niche, and just the fact that, the Dark Souls series blew up and now Elden Ring doesn't mean that it would automatically suddenly become, like, you know, rise to stardom. It needed that marketing push, I think, right after having Elden Ring become such a household name for so many people. That, I think, would have drawn people in, right? That's when you want to really market it to everybody, make them think, hey, you know what, I really liked Elden Ring, maybe I want to try one of their past games. Right. Ow. And dead. Well, that shot's not staying. Nice, that one. Yeah, I didn't think any of these would work after I got grabbed. Nah, I don't like it. No. No. Maybe? I'll keep it for now. It's my best option, if I'm being honest. Again, if I had BB on PC with a camera mod, I could totally get a better shot of those guys up close from the front. As is, we're really not making it work. No, you I want to try keeping alive. Let's try going for the other dude. Yeah. There we go. I was wondering if I could get him in that sunlight here. Come on. Come on, buddy. Ow. That was not the plan. Ow! Really? Uh-oh. Fun. Damn. He runs as soon as I readjust the camera. Ah, damn. That dodge roll was a little too early. Trying to impale me. There we go. I think one of those was a good shot. Yeah, something like that. Like, that's a good shot. That's a good shot. That's a good shot. That one's not working. That one doesn't do it for me. Oh no, we don't want to favorite that. Yeah, no, too blurry. He's doing his best. Yarrow's a really good place for blood vial farming, that's for sure, but that's not what I'm interested in right now, right? So I'd like to avoid losing all my blood vials if possible. Blood vial farming when you're trying to do screenshot farming is no bueno. No. A little blurry there, so. I don't like it, no. Maybe. It's got potential. I can always splice a few of these. I'll be honest, I think I really like that shot for some reason. There's something about that composition that really hits me. Ah, that's too blurry. Yeah, so I have options, and I can crop this. Like this, I can crop out some of that dead space, so it's a little tighter here. This one, though, I really like. I also like these standing shots here. Like something like this, I think is perfect. So I think I can crop that half of that and half of this, put them side by side. There we go. Okay, so now I have options when I want to over what I currently have for these two Marians dressed in the Black Cleric set. So it's funny too, because they dress in the same clothes, but they don't have the holy cloths on their back. That's kind of funny. I get it, right? Because they're like slaves and stuff, but like I think the big guys do, don't they? Am I crazy? Maybe I am. Ow. Ow. God, poise, man. Damn. Surprised they didn't kill me. Ah, not making it easy for me, buddy. Yeah, he wears the whole cloth, though. He's got it on his back. Ow! Ow! Well, that hurt. Yeah, that was death. Hey there! I've got a little obsessed with symbols and architecture in Elden Ring. Do you have the desire to tackle that lore and story with such assiduousness? I'm not a architecture or symbols guy, right? I reference external sources for FromSoft content when I think it's particularly relevant, or when I think it's like what has to do with something like a character's name or whatever, right? Because then I want to get into the linguistics to be like, well, why is that character named that? Well, this thing means that ties into their story that way, or that's a reference to that, right? And I try to keep it brief, because I know some content creators really like that, like to go into that type of stuff, and I don't blame them for it, but most of the time I find it's kind of superfluous, right? Like, you don't need to go into all the detail and the history and stuff on, like, the culture or whatever, I feel, in order to understand what it is or what they're being done to. I think you could reduce it to just, like, the bare essentials a lot of times. And when it comes to, architecture specifically, I only am really interested in the architecture when there's a meaningful difference. How'd I put it? When there's a meaningful difference between, like, different architectural styles, and one style is associated with a certain culture or time period or something, right? So yeah, I have some content that talks a little bit about architecture and stuff, but I don't plan to, like, go, like, super in-depth in, like, the importance or the reasons for, like, the architectural styles that are being chosen or whatever, right? That's just, it's just not in my wheelhouse. I think there are plenty of content creators that will go into that type of stuff for you guys. Me, I'm more interested in just trying to figure out what the hell Elden Ring is doing. I still feel like a neophyte in that regard. I wonder if Meph has really good shots of these stupid dogs. I think maybe my shots of these dogs I'd want to get better ones for. Right? Because I think I'm using the concept art and I don't like it. I think for obvious... Oh my god. Who's shooting me? Oh, there you are. What's the deep lore significance of Renala's sister being named Rolana? Martin ran out of creativity when it came to giving all of the family members names, so he just started deciding the initials based on his own. JRRM, right? So every important character is either starts with G, R, or M. Why are dogs so messed up here? Because, Hemwick? I don't know, Hemwick is, not afraid to, like, put a bunch of cloths with blades on their doggies. It's just the Hemwick way, you know? So, like, hey, you know what's better than having an attack dog? Having an attack dog with a cloth full of blades strapped to it. Alright, I have shots of, like, crap here, right? So we're good. Hey, guys! Time to go for one of the most misleadingly named areas of the game. Yay! Woo! I'm like Charnel Lane. As soon as I come in here, I'm like, oh, what are with these holes? Uh-huh, they're enjoying their little dance. Yeah, there's the abode, right? You can see it from up here, can't you? Yeah, you can. Okay. See a little bit of, Oh no, I thought that was Canehurst for a second. No, that's just the abode, though. But it's got this giant tower blocked its way. Honestly, if Miyazaki and Co. wanted it perfect, I would have had moved this tower just a little bit more to the left or something to cover that blank space, so you could just have a clear view of the building there. Or move the building more that way. Right? It doesn't have that Duke's Archives feel, otherwise. Maybe the lanes between is full of GRR Martin fans. Man, you know, I wouldn't be surprised. Alright, got shots of that, got shots of that, got shots of that, got shots of this, got shots of all you. More bloodshot eyeballs! I don't remember this thing. go. Oh, right, that's a shortcut. Hey, don't burn the bodies. Cold blood. Whereas I thought that was like a bone pile. I was like, oh, I don't remember seeing that before. Alright, shots at all the pipes in the walls. Hello, madam. There we go. We got a shortcut open. There we go. According to Sophie, Helmwick is visually based off somewhere in Romania. Yeah, I could see it. I can't tell. Those are just holes in the building, right? Or... yeah, I think those are supposed to be holes. Oh, hey, buddy. I'm trying to remember if we see, like, that flower design on the grave anywhere else. Bone marrow ash! Man, what a shocker, you know? Oh, yes, I can't even tell what corpse model that is. It's so heavily covered in grass. Hello. Hello, dumb labor man. Oh, I didn't notice the coffin thing there. Okay. Ow! Ladder. There we go. It's domino all over again, yeah. Oh. Bloodshot eyeball. Anything here that I don't think the time of day is gonna affect stuff. Alright. Oh, you know what? I don't think I ever got shot of the wheelchair man here. Let's see if we can get him. Where does he appear again? Ah. Ah, damn. Don't tell me. Okay, good. He didn't destroy his table. How did he get there? Listen, don't question it. Don't question how the man in the wheelchair gets in the upper echelons of a stable. That requires you to cross very precarious, broken wooden support beams. As I always say, chat, if a game doesn't draw attention to it itself, don't bother. The NPCs always somehow get where they are before you, somehow, some way. Let's try this again. He's probably crawling. Alright. Alright, let's see if we can, have a mirror. Hey, Ahmed! How are you doing? Welcome to the chat. Why you what, sir? Ow. Ow. I tried. I tried. Maybe I can do something about... Oh, not that shot. But, like, yeah, maybe I can do something about, like, a shot like that. I can brighten it up. Though, I'll be honest, chat, when it's, like, pitch black like this, I don't think there's much I can do. What's your favorite Souls game? Oh, that's a tough one. Probably Dark Souls 1 in terms of overall. Overall, I think as a complete package, I like DS1 the most. Oh, why are we here? Why are we... This isn't Hemwick. I probably like DS1 the most overall. Bloodborne, I think, might be my favorite in terms of combat, though. Damn, old men in Yharnam are going to be accused of murder. By the way, today while playing Elden Ring, I tried that Loretta AI freeze for funsies. Didn't expect it to be that easy, though I think you only had one chance to do it. Loretta AI freeze? I'm not aware of this. What do you do to Loretta? Why is Loretta getting frozen? Really? Okay. No, that's Hypogean. Oh, I never touched the lantern, did I? Damn. Alright, never mind then. That's why. That explains a lot. I think all the games are amazing, but it's about the player themselves and his style that may make him love game more than another. I mean, you can say that about anything, but I mean, I would say all the games are amazing. DS2 exists. But yeah, I mean, I think if you were to try to look at pure polish, I think Elden Ring or Dark Souls 3 would probably take the cake. Elden Ring more so for the open world side. Dark Souls 3 more if you like the Metroidvania style thing. Yeah, damn. Alright, we gotta run all the way back. Basically, when you trigger her, you immediately run to a corner near that star structure and quit out. When you load back, Loretta will just stand in the middle of the pool and will not activate. Ah, I see. Uh-huh. That's interesting. And then she just doesn't have a working AI, huh? Does this happen even if you hit her? So, like, if you hit her, she'll just remain non-hostile? Excuse me. I'm curious on whether or not I should summon Henriette. I'm thinking more about summons now, and whether or not I wanna use some of that madman's knowledge / wisdom, summoning some NPCs just so I can get some good shots of them. 'Cause I'm not satisfied with the shots we do get. I still can't believe something is bladed. I swear, like the more I look at Bloodborne, I'm like, goodness me, this game is put together with duct tape. Yeah, she didn't activate at all? Wow. That's crazy. I've been playing Elden Ring for only 3 days. I think the game is fun, but too hard. I had to use summons to beat the first 2 bosses. I mean, listen, as someone who doesn't like using summons, generally speaking, there's nothing wrong with you trying to use summons. That's what the game gives them to you for. As for difficulty, I'll be honest, I didn't think the game. I talked about it when I did my Let's Play. I thought the game's difficulty is kind of a joke all over the place. If you're having trouble facing a boss or whatever, just move on and go somewhere else, and you'll find a boss that you'll be able to very easily beat, I can assure you. And then you'll get the runes, then you'll level up, and eventually you'll be strong enough to handle whatever boss you were struggling with. Really, the only boss I think would give anyone trouble in the early game is Margit, which obviously you know, like, you're not expected to, like, run straight to Margit, and, what's his face? The Tree Sentinel. But Tree Sentinel's there just to remind you that the game is hard and go off somewhere else so you can, you know, beat something. Yeah, the difficulty balance is weird. Yeah, it's just, it's a joke. It's a joke, and that's ignoring when you have, like, stupid stuff like Combat Azure, Infinite Mana exist. I didn't use summons against any boss in Bloodborne due to the fact that I had the best weapons. I'll be honest, I have a hard time finding a best weapon in Bloodborne, because I find all the weapons feel like about the same to me in terms of, like, damage and stuff. It feels more like, it really does feel more like fighting style. I think the weapon balance might be the best in this game. Like, I guess if I had to find a weapon, maybe, like, the Ludwig's Holy Sword, right? Like, I guess that would probably be, like, a standout weapon, kind of? I don't know, I guess it's if you want to use the actually, is it R2? I forgot. I guess it's R2, right? Whatever the charge ability with the Awakened Sword is. Oh. This is really unfortunate, sir. Very unfortunate. That's a long axe. Look, you nearly had an orgasm when you found the Blades of Mercy. Listen, because I like the weapons a lot. They're just super cool, right? The ability to have a weapon that's like small daggers, but the more you use them for longer, they get faster. I just really like that as a fighting style. And I love the ability to just, like, do these fast flurries and stuff, right? Like, I wish that was how daggers worked in Dark Souls. My Dark Souls lore play is slowing to a crawl, in part because trying to beat any of the bosses with a dagger is, like, so ridiculously hard to be borderline unviable for a lot of the bosses. Plus, Eileen Drip is awesome. VS, very true. Eileen has a awesome armor set. But I like the Blade of Mercy weapon more than I think I like the set. Yeah, I'm not seeing anything new that I haven't already gotten screenshots for, so I'm thinking we might be good here. Like, do I really need a shot of any of this? Like, no, I never mentioned the stables that much. It's me trying to find the justification. There are 3 of these guys. I forgot. Done? That was way too early. Damn. He has tracking. Oh, that was... That's a little too far. Oh, I forgot to touch the lantern again, didn't I? Damn. I said you go to the Hunter Nightmare to get the Moonlight Sword and Whirligig, so goated weapons, plus you get to fight amazing bosses like Ahmed, I've beaten this game several times over. Believe me, I know. This isn't my first time playing this game. This is me, I'm purely playing this to get screenshots for my website. Are brick trolls very big humans, or are they literally trolls? Wait, did the localization really call them trolls? No, they're not trolls. They're just big people. They're big. They're the mob, and oh, okay. Well, I guess it takes a but when you first find them in Central Yharnam, they're just the mob in Yharnam, but they're big, dumb, mentally and physically deficient people. There's nothing supernatural or, like, fantastical about them, beyond the fact that they're turning to beasts like every other member of the mob. Not localization, but I see people call them that. Oh, okay. Because I was about to be like, really? Really? Like, are we going back to, like, the Crow Demon shit from Dark Souls 1? Oh, sorry, I was thinking I can help. Yeah, no problem, Ahmed. I know this game very well. I know it doesn't look like it. I'm very bad, but I'm very much familiar with it. Alright, this time we're touching the lantern. Hey, buddy. I blame Fextra. It's always Fextra. Wasn't Fextra found doing some weird scammy shit so they can keep themselves at the top of the Google algorithm or whatever, too? Alright. At least now if we have problems, I can fix it. Yes, they were. Damn, Vextra. Oh. Madman's knowledge. Man, who would have thought? Oh, God. I keep forgetting you can't just roll through enemies like in Dark Souls. Oh. There we go. There we go. Alright. Hey, buddy. Yes, keep on throwing your fire bottles in the wooden stable. I support this endeavor. Truly. I remember reading some Finnish university paper about translation of Bloodborne, and one of the sources the author used for, like, English names and stuff was Vextra Life. Well, if it's for English names and stuff, I mean, at the very least, I wouldn't recommend any Wikipedia article for that type of thing, but, like, if you're gonna use it, like, may as well use it from the actual Bloodborne wiki, if extra or not, but yeah, that's a pretty yikes. That is pretty yikes. Oh. For some reason, I thought X was my attack button for a moment there. Alright, come on. Oh man, that was too early? Damn. There we go. Thank Meph, I don't have to subject myself to Vextra's brain rot for info on Bloodborne. Yeah, Meph is the best. Meph actually asked me recently about doing some little lore blurbs for each of the locations and stuff, so once Mensis is done, I might get to work on that. I was kind of curious. I was like, really? Is that, like, something that the wiki really needs? Like, I really like how, like, you know, efficient the wiki is on that type of stuff. But you know what? I'm like, I'm sure if there's people who are, like, just interested in Bloodborne, but they, you know, they don't not really familiar with it, maybe they'll really, or maybe they want a refresher on, like, the lore of a place. I guess that could benefit them. So, like, yeah, we talked it over, and I'm excited to help out there. Meph has done so much for me with the wiki, so anything I can do to give back, I'm happy to do it. Uh-huh. You got me. You most certainly got me. Man, I was gotten so much. I just got. That's how it is sometimes, you know? Huh, they don't have these guys walk around until you get down there, huh? Interesting. Yeah, Meph created the Bloodborne wiki. Oh, it's so good. It's so much better than, like, any other FromSoft wiki there is. Like, it's actually sad. It's sad. It's like, this is what we could have for wikis. And instead we have the bullshit like Vextra. And no insult for the people at Vextra. I'm sure they work hard, but, like, the quality is it's not there. Damn. Damn! Damn! I'm gonna have to turn on UI, because I can't believe I died there. Yeah, definitely. Should have used that as a source instead. You'd be surprised how much the Great Ones originally being humans upset a lot of people. Really? Why was that upsetting to people? Like, why? Because, like, oh no, you don't have these cosmic gods or whatever? I'm like... like, I don't know. I'm curious why that bothers people so much. Keep its item to loot. Great Ones for humans? Yep. That's the deep lore. All the great ones were just human. Mildly interesting, if you sequence break and get the Canehurst invitation early, you still need to kill witches for the cutscene to trigger. That's not too surprising to me. I think the idea is you want to make sure that the area is quote-unquote secure, right? And defeating the boss of the area is the way to do that. So I can see them making that a trigger. According to one person, it makes the childhood's beginning ending insignificant. Yes, seriously. Wait, so the ending where you as a human become a great one is cheapened by the truth that the great ones were all humans who also went through the same thing. I don't know how to square that circle. That, I'll be honest, that kind of hurts my brain. Gone. Ah, that was too early again. Why am I so bad? Come on. There we go. Wait! What? What happened there? Huh? Am I crazy? Did I just see that? Yeah, I don't know how to justify that, Pastor. Like, I'm trying to think it over. I'm like, no. Like, if anything, it makes it feel like it's more holistic. Woo. There we go. It all comes full circle, right? Oh, you figure out where the stars came from. Oh, they came from the land of Is. Oh, and then now you are like you're continuing that cycle and stuff, right? To invest in their interpretation. Well, that's everybody. I'm guessing they thought the significance was the player being the first human to ascend to a great one, which, to be fair, is what I thought it was. I'm trying to think. Is there any other example of? Well, that doesn't make sense though, because ROM exists. Like, that... Yeah, that just doesn't work. You know? Because you have Koss giving ROM the eyes, right? And definitely after the DLC, it makes it absolutely clear that ROM is definitely a part of Bergenworth and stuff. ROM isn't a great... Well, ROM is a great one. Even trophies acknowledge ROM as a great one. So, like, it's not that ROM isn't a great one. ROM's very low on the totem pole of what constitutes a great one, but, like, still a great one. Honestly, I kind of assume previous civilizations were inhumans, at least in a strict sense. Well, they all are. Like, that's where Tumerians come from doing so. Like, the whole point is, like, they're all human. The Yarnamites come from the Yarnamites come from the Tumerians. The Tumerians come from Is, or what was left of Is, and then, like, obviously the rest of Is became the Great Ones and stuff, and then that tradition continued, right? And that's the point of the Great Ones, like the Amygdalas we see in all the civilizations, right? Like, or like some of the Yarnamites who did become, like, yeah, the entire Forbidden Ones graveyard, the whole point is that a bunch of Yarnamites became Great Ones and ended up being buried and worshipped there. Like, yeah, like that notion just doesn't hold. Yeah, like, yeah, there's like the game illustrates that from very early on. So yeah, like that just doesn't work. The idea of, like, oh, this is the first time that we've ever had Great Ones from humans. Yeah, it's just not there. I'm really reaching to find screenshots because I have no idea what I'd be taking this screenshot for. I just think it would look kind of cool. We already have so many shots of that stupid abode. Honestly, I always wonder about those big gravestones. Well, wonder no more, because the concept art from the official design works outright says they are graves of the Elder Gods. The one gravestone I wonder most is the one that Smolgier, where you get that one rune. Oh, that's Willem's dig site. That's the grave that Willem singled out when he was first came to, quote unquote, you know, the Yarnum region to investigate. You know, big old rich man is curious about this whole, you know, graveyard to gods thing in this remote land outside of, like, you know, most mainstream human civilization. He decides he's gonna go and become an amateur archaeologist, ends up discovering crazy supernatural stuff, then discovers the underground ruins while doing more of his digging, and then ends up, you know, you see it. So yeah. Again, I covered that in my Bergenworth thesis. So were the Tumerians originally humans, or were they their own thing? They were human. Again, the implication is basically that Tumerians are just humans who have lived underground, outside the sunlight for so long that they've kind of, like, evolved in that respect, right? They have the black sunken eyes and stuff, which helps you, you know, because bigger pupils and irises and stuff, so you can see in the dark better and things like that. Like, that's like the general rationale that they would have there for why they're the way they are, right? But they're basically just human, right? They're just humans of Iz who basically, when they're masters, right? The people who actually became great ones after all their experiments in Iz, they were just there to take care of the bodies that they left behind after they transcended, right? Because again, for the most part, when you transcend as a great one, usually it's your consciousness transcending and your body gets left behind, right? So your physical body with your physical blood of great one blood specifically is still there on Earth. But your, the spiritual aspect of your blood, your mind, your consciousness, your soul, that goes, up into the cosmos when you ascend, right? And then there's, like, the exceptions, like, say, Ebrietas or Rom, etc., right? Like, those who don't reach that threshold. So they transform, but they transform on this side with their body. So their physical body undergoes the transformation, rather than just the blood on the spiritual side when they, enter the next realm. Yeah. So when you're talking about, like, Tumerians and Iz and all that stuff, the best way to think about it is basically you have Iz is the first civilization we know about. They first discover this whole blood evolution transcendence thing, and they get all the way to, like, basically mass producing great ones essentially. Those who get left behind are there to take care of their corpses in a while. Eventually they establish their own civilization, which we know as the Tumerians, right? And then these Tumerians, they become like their own kingdom and their country or whatever, and they build up. Then Loran gets established after the Tumerians become, well, buried in their tombs, right? Because, you know, time passes, stuff gets buried or whatever, and the Tumerians don't care because they're just there to protect the graves or whatever, right? So they get buried underground. Then Loran happens. Loran goes underground and finds them, and then restarts the whole blood thing. Then it becomes like a repeat of Yarna with everyone becoming beasts or whatever. They didn't reach the next stages as Iz does, as we can see. You know, most were consumed by beasts before they all turned into great ones or anything like that, right? And then eventually they get buried too, right? The sands of Loran are gone now. Now we're back to, like, normal temperate weather and crap like that. And then eventually Queen Yarnum establishes her colony of Yarnum on the surface, which then goes independent itself, right? And then history and time passes, and then Yarnum becomes as we know it today. Was it Tumera Ill before Iz? No. It's Iz first, then Tumera Ill. Again, you have the Tumerians protecting the graves of Iz, essentially, right? The Great One graves and all that stuff, before they establish their own capital of Tumeru Il. So Tumeru Il is second. Iz is the most important civilization, because that's the homeland of the the homeland of the kin of the Radiant Stars and all that stuff. That's where it really all began, and that's why Willem focuses on it so heavily. I'd like to wait until at least one turns around, but okay, this will be the last time, and then we're gonna be, like, done. Alright. That has to be something good I got out of that. Though, again, I don't know how valuable that shot really is. Alright, now for me not to die to all these dogs, which means I'm 100% gonna die to all these dogs. It was nice knowing you, Chad. It was nice knowing all of you. Do I want to open that gate? Sure. Woo! Woo! Anything I really care about here. Really? Man, these dogs are persistent. The other dog's leaving. Yeah, no bullshit from you, Fido. So Odin is like order of magnitude more powerful than Ebrietis? Yes, essentially. Odin, Flora, any great one of the cosmos is a tier above anything like a Rom or an Ebrietis, like, right? Like, Rom is, again, like Pastor was referencing earlier, Rom is kind of a weird case, because Rom is sort of, like, barely Great One status, right? Like, Rom has, like, kin blood and stuff, but is considered a Great One by the game otherwise. So, like, Rom is, like, it's just there. And you have to understand, like, Great One status, it isn't like this hard and fast thing. It just refers to a classification of higher beings, right? Like, the Japanese for Great One is literally higher one, which obviously has multiple, layers of significance in the game's lore, right? Because, you know, actually in the physical sky, high above us and stuff like that, right? Like, there's tons of ideas there, right? But the idea is that it's a high-ranking being relative to us, right? So therefore, when we're talking about Great Ones and things like that, you have to kind of understand that there are tiers among Great Ones as well, because they are so variable. Like, it's like if I told you there's this thing called fauna, right? And it refers, and I'm referring to basically the entire animal kingdom, right? It's like, okay, there's tons of different animals, and we would rank them differently, like, according to intelligence compared to us as well, right? So, same idea. I remember Sophie and Smotown being in agreement to marry Il was before Is, because the other way around makes more sense. Well, that's more consistent with the lore, so I have to see the statements that Smotown and Sophie were making for what their reasoning was. But yeah, no, Is was 100% not before, sorry, Is was no way after Tumeru. In Finnish, they're called Surjumalat, great gods / greater gods. Again, that makes sense because they're trying to be consistent with like the English stuff there, right? And there's obviously a lot of references to them as gods, so you could take like great and then god, and yeah, I think it's a good. I think it's a fair enough translation. But in terms of the like the actual like lore surrounding them and stuff like that, we have to kind of understand that, like, you know, like, being a Great One is like, it's like, congrats. You've gone from being like a single-celled organism to being like a full-scale multi-celled animal, right? It's like there's a lot of variability in there, and we see that with like the Amygdala, who are kind of like in between. Like, they have a physical body on Earth, right? So they've ascended that way, but they're also able to interact with the physical plane directly, as we see with them like hanging around in Yarnum all invisible and shit, which isn't really what we see with Great Ones like Flora and stuff, like those that are like considered like the top dogs. Like, they're very much more separate from the entirety of the there we go, from the entirety of this earthly plane, right? They need to be like they need to be beckoned or summoned, and they in order to just interact and stuff like that. And they can't just, like, you know, manifest in full on our plane. They need a dream world or something. Hello? 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 Goodbye. Okay. I've gotten so many shots of Hemwick and stuff. If I ever need even more shots of Hemwick, well, you know what? Sucks to be me. Hello. There we go. Alright, let's see if I can beat Amelia Bedelia. I don't need any shots for her, I just need to go in and... Hey, buddies. I got my shots of you, so I don't care anymore. This was Dark Souls 2, I'd be canceled out of it. There we go. See ya, buddies. Alright. Alright, we know this. I don't need the cutscene. God, you have more HP than I remember. Ah! Granted, I don't remember if I've upgraded all the way up. Oh god, the rain. Why is this open? There we go. Oh. 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 There. Oh. There we go. Beautiful. Yeah, we're good. Cloth there. Anything I really want here while it's daytime? Not really. I'm pretty sure anything I could grab, I could also grab when it's not like this, so... Yeah. I think good, right? We just have here. Okay.
Master William, I've come to bid you farewell.
Is there anything I want here? I'm trying to think.
Oh, I know. You think now to betray me.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
But you will never...
How she's a corpse in the specimen storehouse yet.
I tell you,
Or Amelia Bedelia. Ah, yeah, there's nothing really. Yeah, there's nothing I want here. Alright. Let's go back here real quick, just so I can have a level up. And then we're gonna go straight into Forbidden Woods. I like how Flamethrower completely trivializes Amelia. I'll be honest, like, a lot of things trivialize Amelia. Yay, I have a Blood Drunk Hunter! Now I can do the DLC, chat. Yay! I will say, Bloodborne's one of the games whose plot is the most, like, loosely put together of all things. Like, it's kind of like... Time passes, stuff happens. Like, doors open. I think Sophie put it best, right? Like, the entire plot of Bloodborne is driven by the fact that, you know, doors open. If doors just stay closed in this game, there wouldn't be a game.
Welcome home, what is very well.
Yeah. What do I want most?
Farewell.
Look, I've heard that in Japanese. Willem says something closer to "You're going to betray me too." Is this in any way accurate? I just assume it's the power of the nightmare. That was like, I sense that you gave me another one of those goddamn hunters. I shall now reward you with a piece of one of. Anyway, in terms of what you're asking, yes, he references in the JP2, and if you go look at cut dialogue, it's very explicitly he's referring to Gurman. So he's like, "You're gonna betray me too, like Gurman." That's basically what he says. But that, like Gurman part got cut out from the cutscene and stuff. It's still obvious in context when you look at, like, everything else around it and, like, the history and stuff you can reconstruct about things that, yeah, like, Gurman was with Willem, they were working together along with that, because, you know, Gurman, you know, gets called in for beast hunting, because, you know, Willem's doing stuff with blood at one point, and they were getting a lot of beasts or whatever, and then Gurman's really interested in all the research and stuff, right? The whole becoming gods thing, right? And then, yeah, then obviously, the whole banning on blood thing ended up pissing off Gurman as well as Lawrence and company, so they all end up leaving. And basically, the implication would be that after Gurman told Willem that he's leaving as well, and quote-unquote betraying him, Lawrence is there to tell him the same thing, and, like, Willem's obviously very pissed about all this. Wait. There we go. I need chunks! Okay. Only Hemwick. Let's change that. There we go. But yeah, I covered most of this in my in my article, so check the link in the description for the website and all that. But yeah, most of the timeline for Bloodborne is pretty straightforward once you lay it all out. And once I have Mensis published, I should be able to help people who might be struggling to understand a few nuanced things that are going on with the timeline. Specifically revolving around Murgo and, yeah, mostly Murgo. Go back to sleep. Really interested in getting this now. There we go. Alright, there we go. Alright. We've got the password. Oh, wow, that took a little moment to load in, huh, buddy? I think we're good. Fear the blood. I wish there was a settlement in BB that was full of enemies you'd only see with a high insight. I think the problem with that is that then it would also mean that people who have 0 insight would then basically just go through an empty area, right? I get what you're trying to say, but they would have to do it in a way where, like, you couldn't fully explore the area without also having that high insight, right? Like, you have to, like, it's like this very eerie, like, ghost town up until that moment, right? That's the only way I could justify it. Alright, moving on. Don't care about any of that stuff. Alright, don't want to go down that way. Oh. Go this way, around to the building. Go this way. Sure, we'll pick this up. Why not? More blood is always good. I'm trying to remember where the kidnapper is here. Ah, there you are. Oh. There we go. Which is Hemlock is the best boss because the only boss that does something with insight. I do enjoy when the insight mechanic is actually employed more, right? Like, it's very underutilized. Yeah, like you say, it's criminally underutilized. It is. Oh, you want it to be something where, like, they're invisible, and so, like, you're getting you basically get attacked and you don't realize what's going on. Okay, that could work. Aw, damn it. I thought I was safe there, but no. Got a little too close. Oh no, yeah, there'd definitely be complaints about, like, oh no, the game's bugged. Why can't I see these enemies, right? Like, that's always the risk, right? And it's probably why so much stuff with Insight got underutilized. Because whenever they came up with something creative, there was probably some, like, issues that happened during QA testing or some shit. Ah, so close. Alright. I can't go much farther than there. Elden Ring has those hidden assassins to Ordina. Yeah, but Ordina is like a really late game, like, what's the word? Late game, side area that you have to, like, enter into it like a mini dungeon sort of thing, right? So, that's very different. It's not like you just waltz into an area and suddenly there's, like, invisible enemies, right? Like, you have to kind of actively enter an area where there's a clear segregation between the normal game and whatever is you're entering there. So it's to be expected that you might find rules that don't match what you're familiar with, right? That's the major difference. There we go. Kinda cutie, not gonna lie. Whatever you say. Alright. Okay. I think we got this, and then I'm done. I think I'm done then, chat. We get this angle, and then we'll... All of this that we've been running around for, I think it's been stretched to its limit. And like I said, this might be the last... It just might be the last Bloodborne thing I do for a while. The angle doesn't look good. Damn. Alright. That's it. I want to thank you guys for keeping me company while we try to get these last of the Bloodborne screens. Again, I wish we could have gotten some, like, real nice front shots for some of these enemies, but, like, it is what it is. I think I like this one best. Yeah, that angle, there's just something really magical about that angle. I don't know what it is. Might want to crop it slightly. Gets a little bit of that dead space out of there, but like it's overall, I like it a lot. Yes, I think we're gonna delete a lot of that. Okay, well, that's one more character that's in nighttime or beyond. So if I need to make a new character if I want to do any more daytime or something shots. Maybe we're gonna have good old Luke the Fluke go to New Game Plus so we can have Central Yarnum in daytime in case I ever want to do something like that. Fun talking to you. Always a pleasure to talk with you guys in chat. Anyway, I gotta go now, though. Very important. Also gotta make sure my back isn't, like, permanently damaged thanks to my dog. The things I do for that pupper. Anyway, later, everybody. See ya.